Oh man.
You ever had a mama that herpes?
You need some help, man. Oh shit.
Yeah, we're just gonna start this shit live.
The only time I caught the Holy Ghost was when I was in church drinking.
Like they're two dumb dudes. Welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's movie therapy podcast.
Yeah, I'm finally back to my 1 meal a day.
So how much?
Like when I was intermittent fasting, like years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, but here's the thing: like intermittent fasting isn't necessarily like how much you're eating. It's when you're taking calories in versus when you stop taking calories in. So you could be, eating 1 meal a day, but depending on what you're drinking, at what time, you're still getting calories in. So
trust me, it's all in sequence. I drink before I eat. It's all
no, I'm not talking about alcohol. You damn addict.
That's the only thing I drink other than water.
Maybe I don't know. When you on the road, you try drinking like Powerades and
not often, but I have.
Yeah, but man, listen, I don't know. I feel like you instinctually be tossing random shit in your mouth while you're driving. Just random little things. You don't even think about it, but that little thing.
I keep sunflower seeds and I got my tobacco sticks.
Yep, the sunflower seeds knock you right out.
They probably will, but shit, they ain't doing shit.
Anyways, welcome to the latest episode of Sarath and Chris's movie therapy podcast. It is your boy Sarath, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Red 4 Delta. What's going on, everybody?
Well, I mean, for the audio listeners, it's business as usual. But for the video audience, they might notice a little something different about Mr. Chris Brown's angle.
There's always something different.
For lack of a better term.
There's always something different. Hey, angles are important, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, oh yeah. At the angle I sit, I always look like I got that friggin' Marlon Brando going here. So I got
my angle's a little lower today. I'm sitting in the beach chair because my office chair broke.
All right. So how did the office chair break? Because you just told me that just as you turned on the camera. So I'm curious as to the story.
I honestly sat down and was leaned over doing something.
Leant.
Yep, leaned. I was leaned over, and I ended up breaking a leg off of it.
Were you favoring the right side or the left side when it broke?
It would be my left side.
All right, so it's the
front left.
The left cheek. Do you put your wallet in your left cheek or your right cheek?
That's on my right cheek.
All right, so yeah, so you're used to like leaning a little bit left. Okay,
probably. Who knows?
Bro, I went on a long drive once, and I didn't even think about the fact that my wallet was still in my back pocket. And bro, after like 4 hours, I stood up. My butt cheek was numb as hell. Ever since then, first thing I do when I get into a car is I pop my wallet out and put it in the center console.
Look, I learned that truck driving. I don't keep shit in my pockets. Nothing. I don't want nothing in my pockets.
Yeah. It's a bad day. It's a bad day. That's like when you sit on the toilet for a couple hours. Not a couple hours.
Who's on the toilet for a couple hours?
I meant like
that's a massive shit right there.
If you're on there 10 minutes just watching a video or something like that, next thing you know, you get up and your legs start giving out because
hell yeah,
they asleep.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bad time, man. Like
yeah, for real.
Your body parts, like your arms and legs falling asleep, like that's a weird sensation, and it hurts too sometimes.
Yeah, you stand up and you about to fall right over. You got to grab the sink or something. Like, oh shit, wait.
Mm-hmm. Got that Jenga leg,
man.
Anyways, so yeah, so this week's movie, man.
I had to watch it twice.
I watched it twice. Okay, I watched it twice because I wanted to, but I mean, it was Mr. Chris Brown's choice for this movie, and it was a surprising choice.
Yeah,
maybe obviously because it was last minute, but Chris Brown. I didn't know Chris Brown had a little culture in him.
I can read.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Seuss is from the whole town.
All right. So before we get into the movie, what you drinking today?
Well, I've developed a concoction here.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Well,
Chef Chris.
It might be. It's new to me.
Yeah, you're a sommelier today.
Yeah, but it's really something simple because one thing I like to do when I drink a Corona is add a little beer salt to the bottom of the glass. You know what I'm saying?
So you're drinking a Corona today.
No, I'm drinking an alcohol-free beer.
Okay.
But that's how it started. So the beer's on the bottom of the glass, and today I'm drinking my Heineken alcohol-free,
Okay.
and then I top it off with a little grenadine.
Hold up to the camera. I can't see.
Oh, can you see now?
Yeah. That look like a bottle of hoisin sauce, bro.
No, grenadine.
You about to
Rose's grenadine.
get that from the Vietnamese restaurant. I'm about to get some pho.
Nah, this is sweet. You don't want this. Not no pho.
So here's the thing. You just heard like Chris give his little spiel about his Corona drinking concoctions or his process. I mean, looking at his outfit, of course he drinks Coronas with his little Dom Toretto outfit going.
Hey, don't hate. So take that. And then just a little bit.
Good.
It's definitely great with the Corona, but because I'm doing alcohol free, just enough.
Is there a specific reason why you're doing alcohol free?
Honestly, because I forgot I poured the alcohol free beer in the glass one day.
Yeah.
And did it, and I was just like, oh, that ain't half bad. So it works.
That's nice. It's always good finding a little something that curbs the alcohol. The alcohol tendencies that we have.
So of course, I got this little red, my bottle of Jack, but I do have a little bag of treats. Whatever round pick is what I'm going to shoot today.
All right, so explain to everybody what this brown bag is. Because
it's a bag of random shots. Okay,
and why do you have a bag of random shots?
Because you say I'm too institutionalizing my Jack Daniel.
Look, him and Jack Daniel's been in a long-term marriage, which is fine, but when it comes to the alcohol, sometimes you want to stray a little in order to taste the other pastures.
Look, all bitches don't taste good, for the record. Just say it.
Well, that got real violent all of a sudden.
Not violent, just truth. Everybody ain't clean. Like, whoa, nah, can't do that. Right, you know what I'm saying? Right. I stick with what I know.
Sometimes you looking for that ground beef, and next thing you know, you get that salmon. Okay, I got you.
Too much cheese on the taco. Let me stop. That's God!
That's from me, myself, and Irene.
Hell yeah!
Cheese on the taco.
Oh man!
So treats. Yeah, this is fun. I like this.
Oh, okay. I got the Jim Beam Peach, which is the one I wanted.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see it or not.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta get you a camera that's got like autofocus that goes in and out.
I think I turned the autofocus off. Honestly, I'm not sure.
We'll look at it next time. All right, so you got some Jim Beam Peach.
That's what I'm gonna shoot today.
All right. Speaking of shots.
Okay.
Speaking of shots. So the other day I was, flying home, and I was on the tarmac for a while. So they're like, okay, do you guys want any drinks, whatever like that? So I got me a little drink, and the lady brought me, one too many nips. So I put a couple in my Diet Coke, but I took one home. And judging by the chaser that was in it, I'm sure you know what my nip for my shot is.
Diet Coke gotta be something like Crown, Hennessy, Jack Daniel, Woodruff.
You are correct.
Oh my good God. He's finally going to join the other side.
We got the Jack. Yeah, Captain Jack Daniels, right?
Hey, there you go.
Yeah, that's gonna be my shot today.
He's got your little brother.
Yeah, I got the calf. You got the cow.
That ain't even the calf. That's like the freaking ear.
No, but calf as in like a baby cow.
I know, but shit, that's smaller than that.
All right, so that's that. But as far as my drink, so last week or the week before, I took a little trip to Colorado Springs to run a Spartan race, and while we were there, my brother and my cousin and I, we all went to this little small brewery that they have there. So today I got me courtesy of Cerberus Brewing Company in Colorado Springs. This is a growler. Growler is just like a little canister that they fill with their own whatever they have on tap.
Oh, okay,
So
cool.
the logo is always going to be the same. But I have this thing called Something with Soul, and it's a sour, 7.6.
How many ounces is that? That's like a big ass can.
It's like a 32 ounce.
Shit, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, this is what I'm going to be working on today.
All right, there we go.
So let me pour this into the cup before I pour my shot.
Yeah. Jim Beam Peach. Hope this is
I'm just, it's fitting that I have a craft beer today because there was some crafty filmmaking. See that?
Yeah, I saw it. It must mean it's about to be good.
This one actually tastes like beer.
Oh, that means you're not gonna like it.
Well, I like sours. Like I'll do sours more than regular like wheat beer, IPAs, and stuff like that. It's not really my thing.
Got the nice beer mug, and I got the beer glass. Mm-hmm. Well, they're both glasses, but you got the mug.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, looks good. I can't hear you.
Yeah. Hold on. Okay. I'm trying to. Okay, there we go.
Technical difficulties.
The bubbles. Oh, yeah, this looks good.
It's got some good head.
Yes, it does.
Oh man.
All right, let me put that down and let me put this back in the ice. And let me pop old Jack, courtesy of American Airlines. All for Chris Brown.
I popped the Jim Beam.
Man, my hand's wet.
Well, it smells peachy.
Hand's wet and it's making my fucking hand slide on this.
So you can get too much lotion.
Yeah, but they got to keep soft.
Shit. Okay.
Actually, I've been making sure taking care of my skin this week because tomorrow I got a tattoo appointment. So I got to make sure everything's, because I had like sunburn from when I was out in the mountains.
Okay, so I'll give you that because I was like, who the fuck takes care of this? Okay, but I'll let that go.
Now I had to clean off like the peeling skin in my shoulder, things like that to make sure it's all nice. But here, all right, just for you, Chris.
Oh, I'm pouring it in here. So I can get a nice little sniff. Okay. Ooh, now I smell the alcohol. It was in the bottle, I just smelled the peach.
Ooh, yeah. I don't
I know what that's going to do.
I don't like Jack like that.
I know what that's going to do.
Drink. All right. Cheers, brother.
Yes, indeed.
Another episode. Oh. Gross.
Yeah, you're not ready for it.
It's not my thing.
It ain't made for weak people.
Ain't made for what?
Weak people.
Please.
You first. Your face says it all.
It just ain't my thing. I don't like Jack like that. I'll drink Jack in Coke. Mm-hmm. I just don't drink it like that.
Look, your eyes got extra more Asian.
Damn, I just got warm.
Oh yeah, definitely does that.
It just wafted over me.
Why you think I never wore a jacket in the wintertime? Yeah. I was always hot.
So I've tasted when you drink straight alcohol or liquor, there's gonna be some nuances to flavor, but generally speaking, most of them taste like fucking nail polish remover.
Vodka.
Yeah. So that one I could taste a little flavor to it, but I'd rather my Hennessy. I like my Hennessy.
True.
What'd you think of that?
This, I might actually buy a bottle from the bar.
See?
Because it has a cool bite to it with just enough sweet where it's like, I'm not gonna say necessarily a female drink, but it'd be cool on the rocks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what happens when you just taste something new. Don't mean you gotta, and if you're doing it with a nip, you don't have to indulge an entire bottle, but it's a good.
It went down smooth. I actually tasted the peach in it. Had the alcohol after bite.
Yep.
I'm not a Jim Beam fan at all.
Yeah.
And this actually, you might like this. Honestly, you might like this one.
Maybe. I don't know. But That thing, yeah, you can keep the Jack, bro.
Hey, trust me, it ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, you can keep the Jack. All right, I'm gonna refill this glass just a little higher, and then we can get to talking.
Yeah, about this interesting movie. With that being said, let me go ahead and get me a shot of Jack in my system.
Yeah,
because I don't feel normal until I have some of this.
So, I mean, while you're pouring that, so tell the viewers, like, okay, so obviously you explained last week that you just, a little had a little interaction with juice.
Yeah.
And that is what, put you on the path to type in dog. Mm-hmm. And that's what came up. So was it because it was just the first thing that popped up, or was it because there was something about the cover that attracted you to the idea of the movie?
It definitely wasn't the first thing. I want to say maybe like because HBO Max has rows. I want to say it was in the second row, and
okay, that's not bad.
Really,
that's not bad. Wait.
It's got soul in it.
Yeah. All right. So I have a weird palate as far as like my tongue, just from eating random things, right?
I got a whole bunch of punchlines for that.
Listen, you need this. First of all, you need Jesus. I can see it in your face. All right, you need Jesus.
You need, look.
All right, but all right. I have a weird palate. So like, whenever I taste certain things, I can taste flavors where I'm like, oh, it reminds me of this, and people will look at me like I'm nuts. For instance, a blue moon. If you drink a blue moon with an orange, and I tell people this all the time, taste it and just think about the flavor, that aftertaste, not the initial taste, mm-hmm. but the taste that goes on in the back of your tongue maybe about 10 seconds later. Think about that flavor. I guarantee you, miso soup.
See, I haven't had miso soup yet, but I want to try it. When you send me that picture, like, yo, I got to taste that. It looked good.
It tastes like that. That thing reminds me of miso soup. Now, this flavor is good going down, but then that little aftertaste 10 seconds later, mm-hmm. reminds you of like a jackfruit. You ever had jackfruit?
No, I never heard of jackfruit.
I'm Asian, so we see jackfruit all the time.
That's why when you said your palate is different.
Exactly. But yeah. I mean, it's this weird, this little taste in the back. It's a slight bitterness, slight fruitiness. Mm-hmm. But like, this is actually good. Cerebus Brewery in Colorado Springs, over near Garden of the Gods. Go check them out. They're dope. I actually have another growler in there that's got another that I'll use for another episode, but they were actually really, really cool. So
cool. Nah, here's my official shot of Jack Daniel.
Here you go. See, just judging by our first, 10, 15 minutes of this podcast, you would think it's just a drinking podcast. But no, we talk movies. And not only do we talk movies, we take the lessons in these movies and apply them to our life, because truth be told, our lives are kind of fucked up.
Whose isn't?
Exactly.
Even perfect people have problems.
Exactly. And you know what? The most perfect looking people that you see generally usually have the most fucked up problems. Mm-hmm. But the reason why they look perfect is because they're trying to like quell that. They're trying to hold it down so that they can exude this is perfect life.
Yeah.
So this podcast is simply a way for us to use something that we both love, which is movies, as a way of channeling, our inner demons into a constructive conversation.
Inner demons, inner insight, basically anything. A movie can trigger anything: emotions, fear, love,
and for me, that's one of the reasons why I love checking out foreign movies, because if you start watching foreign movies, if you watch American movies all the time, you get used to the formula. Hero starts off good. Then something bad happens to them. Hero gets knocked down. Hero has to fight their way back to become who they truly are. And then Hero, wins. But in foreign films, it's a lot different. Like the hero doesn't necessarily win sometimes, you know? And so, and the reason why I bring that up is because the movie this week is a foreign film. So, Chris, let the people know what you picked for us.
Well, the title of the movie is called My Life as a Dog.
I love that. I love that title, especially after watching the movie. I love that title.
Okay. It's okay, cool. Because I'm still going back and forth on the concept of the movie.
All right. Well. Okay. So just off rip. Let the folks know. Did you like the movie?
You know me, I got to keep it yes and no, and
Yes.
I have to say yes, even though I'm confused. A lot of things I don't really fully understand, but it made me watch it twice, and yeah, I have to say yes. There's no in between. Yes, I liked it. For me, I can't do it in between. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Even though I have my issues with it, I liked it more than I hated it.
Okay. Well, before I start, just know that Jack just hit me. Like, I haven't had liquor in a while.
Welcome to the club.
And that Jack just literally just hit me. Like it's which is crazy because like, you know, whatever, we drink all the time, but it's hit me. So if I start rambling, please pull me back.
But you don't drink this. I told you this is a different type of drink right here.
Man, listen. Now I know what Captain Jack Sparrow feels like.
He drinks rum.
Yeah, but still, it's named after Jack. That's all I'm saying. But anyways.
Okay. How you know? Okay.
Right. Anyways, so my impression of I actually loved this movie.
Really?
Like loved it. Like I watched it a second time, not because I needed to like truly understand it, but like I watched it a second time because I was like, yo, this is a really fucking good movie. And like the journey that the lead character takes, man, I was invested. Like this is, I think I haven't yet, but I'm probably going to go online and just buy the movie because I think it's
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So for me, it's along the terms of like a Stand By Me, Lean on Me, like those old school 80s, like coming of age stories.
Okay.
That's what this movie felt like. Again, it was made in 1985 or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was 85.
Yeah, but it feels like one of those.
And it's a Swedish movie, right?
Yeah, it's Swedish, and like it feels like one of those like just watching a child grow up kind of movies. It was fucking dope. Like I really love this movie.
You know, okay, before we get into why you loved it, I think I'm going back and forth with one concept of the movie. And I don't know why I don't know if it bothers me or it's just like kind of like in today's movie society, this movie would not make it without some lawsuits.
Yes. I agree. It is of its time.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I don't know, it's very true to the growth of a child, especially during that era.
I definitely agree. Because, you know, shoot, I wasn't always 37. You know what I'm saying? Hide and go seek in the dark, you know. Hey, just say it. You know what I'm saying? So I can understand.
Oh, wait, you ever play Manhunt?
If we did, it might have been called something different.
So Manhunt is pretty much like hide and seek, but you know, different. So remember, you know, Mies, right?
Of course.
All right. So Mies is family, but not really family. Like to me, he's like my little cousin, but we're not actually like blood. But at the same time, so one day we went camping and like we were playing Manhunt, and this motherfucker ran into a fucking barbed wire fence.
Oh no.
And I'm laughing, but like we were playing Manhunt at night. He ran into a barbed wire fence and it caught his lip, and and like oh shit! And so we're trying to get him back, and we're yelling. Next thing you know, everybody at the campground is like, "Oh, bear! This is a bear out here!" It's because we were yelling. There wasn't actually a bear. It's because me ran into a fucking barbed wire fence.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I think that's where I go back and forth with the movie itself because, and you probably know what part I'm talking about. Like, even though it actually told like a real childhood, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well,
there were a couple scenes and a couple areas where it could be pertaining to what you're talking about. So you might have to narrow that view a little bit.
It's really just one because even when the movie first starts off and he cuts his finger and he's like, you gotta makes the girl taste the blood. Okay, now we're married. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
so he didn't cut his finger. He cut his finger, but on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were making a blood pack so he could be like
married to the girl under the train tracks. You know what I'm saying,
bro? Like I saw that. So my boy Matt, back in Massachusetts, him and his friends. Again, my boy Matt was adopted, and he kind of went off the rails. Okay. Growing up, we were the coolest shit. Like I slept over his house all the time. We were the best of friends, but like. I knew something was off because he kept drawing Bart Simpson killing people. But one day when we were like 15, 16, we were all hanging out, and him and his friends had a little like dugout cavern and cave dug out of like the side of a fucking little hill in near Colonial Estates.
Yeah.
And you know, they took girls over there, did all this shit. So that reminded me of Under the Train Tracks in this movie.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That like that whole kid aspect of like growing up, and you got your little girlfriend or whatever you think it is at that time, and
why do you think he was like that? Why do you think he had that with that girl? That little like, okay, now we're married. Now this is our place.
I think she was just like the closest person to him besides his brother and his mom.
Yeah,
because she was at the house when the mom was tripping, and she was like, she shut the window so that the neighbors wouldn't hear and called the social services on them.
Yeah.
So I really think that they grew up together. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think.
For me, it felt like she was the closest thing he at that point in his life. She was the closest thing he had to a normal life. So it was almost like like this is my best friend. I'm going to marry her and I'm going to have a life with her. Like the stuff at my house is kind of fucked up, but this is my chance at normalcy. That's what I got from when I saw
it. Okay. I can see that point of it.
Yeah.
But, and just to fast forward a little bit, I did find it like extra funny when they're acting like real married people. She says, "Come lay down. I'm undressed." And I'm just like, what?
I started laughing at that. So I was like, wait, what the fuck is about to happen right now?
Yeah, I said the same thing. I was like, okay.
So the reason why I said that, because again, this movie was made in 1985.
Yeah.
So again, they're gonna show some shit that they might not be like in 2022. They'll be like, we can't put that on camera.
And it's a foreign film too.
Yeah, so I was like, okay, what the fuck is about to happen? She's like, yeah, come lay down. I'm undressed, ready. and then the dad found them. She started putting on her fucking stock. I was like, oh, she was really undressed. Holy shit.
I was like, this is crazy. I was like, what the hell am I watching? You know what I'm saying?
Did you ever, not necessarily like gone that far with a girl at that age, but do you remember playing house like that? Like essentially he was playing house.
I've definitely remember playing house, but I've never actually had the point where it's like, okay, yeah, I'm undressed, come lay with me. You know what I'm saying? It was more about who's cooking dinner. Shit. I just came from work.
Do you think she really understood what that meant?
I don't know. I don't know. Because just to fast forward to the movie, I feel like, okay, when he goes to stay with his aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
And
before you go, let the audience know, like, okay, so the lead character's name is Ingmar, which I actually like that name. Like just because the way they were saying it in the movie, like Ingmar, come here, Ingmar. But like, okay, so why was he going to live with his aunt and uncle?
Oh, okay. So I guess just the backstory. His mom is sick.
Yep.
And
probably cancer.
Yeah,
that's what I got.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And they're saying that she needs some rest, and he's not a troublemaker. He's, in my opinion, a regular average boy.
Yeah.
Curious, energy.
Yeah.
And wants to explore, and like he burnt the whole fucking whatever you want to call it, you know what I'm saying? Like he does what young boys would do. Shit. Yeah. I was one before, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So they say he should go. They send him and his brother away to go stay with their relatives, just to give their mom some time to be less stressed.
Yeah, could be again. She's dealing with an illness,
Mm-hmm.
and so it's as a way of giving her time to just heal on her own and not have to deal with raising two kids on her own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess so. So the fast forward to the part I was getting at is when he goes to stay with his aunt and uncle, and she spills whatever on her dress. She just walks in the room and starts undressing. The husband's chasing her, barking like a dog, and goes up her skirt and everything. I'm like, yo, like there was no type of like what's what I'm looking for, secrecy or anything. Like y'all just didn't give a shit. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't just that. It was like it was in front. Like
yeah, the neighbor and the kid.
Dude, for me, the scene in the movie that really like got that across is when Ingmar is working at the glass factory.
Oh, I know. Okay, I know he's about to say, go for it.
Walks up, he goes, yeah. Slaps a girl on her ass. I was like, oh shit.
I was like, yo, that's okay. Like she turned around like, hey, what's going on? Like,
yeah,
shit. I wish man, you know how many ass I would have smacked as a kid if I could have did that? I can name all the women I loved at 8 years old.
Do you think, okay, so obviously kids can usually get away with more things than adults can.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously. But like, do you think that's just a sign of the times? Like in 1980, women were more used to men being more forward in that way? Or was it because he was a kid? It's just brushed off.
I actually have a different mindset about that because living over in the Middle East, well, not Middle East, but Europe for a while. I actually live in the Middle East too. Shit, go figure. But you got to remember, a lot of old art was of a naked woman, and the naked woman was actually praised, not looked down upon.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that it was one of those things where it's like, it's a young boy, he's gonna go to be a man, fucking is a part of life, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, like, it's okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because all the statues, like even when she had to get drawn, it was like natural, like this is supposed to happen. Like, the woman's body's beautiful, you know what I'm saying?
The beauty of the human form.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I think being over there in that area and like you said, the times and everything else, it was natural. It's like don't be afraid or don't hide what's natural. You know what I'm saying? Which is why I think guys love porn in the United States because we can't see titties all the time. Dude, we got these things called bras. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, well, okay, so I mean, in porn, I think it's one of those things where it's like we don't get shown it often, or we don't get shown it on a daily basis. So it's kind of like that taboo thing. So that's why kids and guys run towards it. But as someone who's lived overseas in Europe and stuff like that, like, do you see a difference in how the European mindset is towards like things of that nature? Like,
yeah, definitely.
The human body versus the US.
Yeah, because I was from a friend of mine. Like when I went to Italy, I saw so many women walking around with no bras on and like see-through shirts, pretty much, and it was actually comforting. Because I gotta explain. It's definitely it was definitely comforting. You know what I'm saying? But it but it was more like they're free. You know what I'm saying? Like the woman's body is not made to be what's what I'm looking for?
Well, constricted.
Well, that, and it's like, even though they talk about boobs all through the movie, they made glass jugs with boobs on them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I realized the difference from American women to when I was in Europe. If you see a woman walking down the street in America with no bra and you can see right through it, she's a whore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But over there, it was just like, she's free.
Yeah.
I can't explain it, but that's what I caught. You know what I'm saying?
I get that. It's almost a sense of, here in the US, if a woman is showing that much stuff, it's because she wants you to see all this stuff that you shouldn't see. Whereas over there, if she's showing all that stuff, it's just like, I'm free. This is me. This is who I am.
Yeah.
like I don't know. I guess the human form is, it's more taboo in the U.S. and I don't get it, but I understand it. I understand it because at the end of the day, men are horny dogs.
Yeah,
It happens.
but it's also about control. You know what I'm saying? Because even with them all working in the glass house or whatever, and
Glass
Uncle,
factory, not the glass house.
yeah, whatever, the glass factory,
Yeah.
like the uncle, he was like, the first thing he said was, "How's your boobs?" You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Dude, the uncle, first of all, the uncle was married.
Yeah.
And the uncle's married and his wife, she's like, yo, stop playing that damn record. Keep
Mm-hmm.
playing that goddamn record and it's bothering me. But like I mean, he was in a marriage that he was happy, but obviously, when you're in a marriage for that long, your eyes wander. And you got this blonde lady at the same factory who's, voluptuous.
She was fuckable.
Yeah. Oh, very.
Yeah, I'm about to say times 10. Oh
Yeah, but
man.
I mean, like, it's yeah. So, like, I guess, especially in that day and age, like, it wasn't nearly as hidden as it is now. Like, nowadays, you got to be more secret about, where your eyes, turn. But back then, it was just like, yeah, there's a pretty, beautiful woman. Of course, I'm looking at her. But,
And it wasn't frowned upon, you know what I'm saying? But the
yeah,
thing came to that whole saying of look but don't touch, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. All right, so okay, so let's pull away from the sexualness of this movie because there is a lot of it in the movie,
there is.
but like I think one of the big things. Hold on, I got my antivirus shit coming up. One of the big themes of this movie, I think, is like the idea of feeling like you're a castaway. Because Ingmar, like again, his mom was sick, and so him and his brother were just pushed off to family members or like friends of the family. Just go stay here, go stay here, and like and so the idea of feeling like there's no place where you belong because the place where you belong, that mother that you love, that dog that you love, was taken away from you, and now you got to go try to find some happiness somewhere else. Like, can you connect with that?
See, that's actually what I thought the movie was trying to portray when it said my life as a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Because my dog, for instance, came from the pound.
Yep.
I don't know what family had my dog before I did. You know what I'm saying? What families did.
Mm-hmm.
And she just went through the motions. And when I got her, she was 3 years old. So she had to learn me as I had to learn her versus me raising her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when it says my life as a dog, I understood if that's what the movie was portraying, just finding somewhere where you belong.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And dogs, they're gonna belong wherever you want them to belong.
Yeah.
Pretty much, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Wherever they can find love, that's kind of where they're going to gravitate towards.
That's why you see so many homeless people with a dog beside them.
Yeah.
Because that dog's like, hey, there's love here. You know what I'm saying? Even though we're eating scraps at the dumpster, there's love here.
Like that. Like, what did you like? Could you? So in the movie, again, Ingmar and his brother, they were kind of little, they were kids. They were kids. Like, but again, kids are sometimes a handful. But the one thing that they established is that like Ingmar's connection with his mom was like very genuine. Like that's something he cherished a lot. Like did you connect with that connection that they had? Because there's a narration in the movie where he keeps saying I should have told her while she had the strength.
I should have told her everything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's one thing that the movie constantly said. It always he said it's important to have something to compare to.
Yeah.
And I found that very interesting.
Like perspective.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
but every time he compared something, like he brought up the dog that went to space and died, the guy that I guess went streaking and got shot in the chest or some shit like that with the javelin. You know what I'm saying? So everything he compared to was of not negative, but something brutal happening. You know what I'm saying? And I found that interesting because going back to social media, everybody's comparing their life to what they see on social media. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but why do you think he always compared it to these like tragic events? I
That
have my
that
feelings, but I'm
okay.
asking you
That's
first.
what I don't understand.
Okay.
Because every time it got brought up, it was always like going to space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. He was always talking
Nothing.
about okay, so one of the things he always the one of the things that Ingmar always brings up is this the Russian space program where they
Mm-hmm,
sent a dog named Laika up
mm-hmm,
into space to go see how the dog would fare as far as being in space.
mm-hmm.
But they sent the dog up there with not enough food,
Yeah,
not
he's
enough supplies. So they essentially sent the dog up there to die.
yeah. That's what he said. He said they knew it was gonna die. Why would they do that? You know what I'm saying? And I was just like,
Yes.
damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
So like again, why do you think he always compared his life to all these tragic events versus, sunshines and roses?
I think because his mom being sick, I think his dog was a ray of sunshine. Like even at the end, like at the end of the movie when he's chasing his dog in his mom's room and she's throwing the fit and he tackles the dog under the bed and
She's yelling on the bed. She's like,
yeah,
"Why are you guys doing this?"
yeah, but the dog is under him and he just covers his ears. You know what I'm saying? And it's like I guess that was between
I
that.
Go ahead.
Just saying between that and the story of his dad because remember he's talking to his wife
Yeah.
and she's like your dad should be here to raise you and he's like he's out and on the equator packing the banana boats or whatever.
Yeah.
And she said, but he should be here. He said, but what about the bananas? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so,
So for me, the one thing I got, and this is why I really like the movie, because
mhm,
I honestly I felt like I connected with Ingmar as a character. Like to me, he was an eternal optimist. If
okay,
no matter what kind of bullshit was going on in his life or going on in his life,
hmm
he was always trying to look at the silver lining, trying to look at the
hmm
positive. So that's one of the reasons why I think he always brought up these tragic moments, and he's always like, well, you gotta put it in perspective.
mm,
Like, yeah, my life is going like shit, but I could be this dog that just ended up to die, or I could
yeah,
be this, I could be that. Like, I gotta look at it as I still have I'm still living, I'm still here.
okay, I can see that.
And that's
Now,
why, like, that's one of like that perspective that he had at that age was like very, it was very telling about who he was as a person and his mindset. So that way, so that the scene where he finally breaks down
hmm
and starts crying when he's in the little summer shack, he's sleeping in the summer shack and he's
oh yeah,
crying.
yeah,
His
yeah,
uncle finds him and he's crying. He's like, why doesn't my mom want me? Why doesn't
hmm
anyone want me?
hmm
Like, to me, all of that positive perspective throughout the entire movie, and then you really finally got a sense of like how he truly feels in that moment. And I was like, God damn,
mm,
like that's so fucking good. Like he's trying his best to just be positive
all the
amidst
time.
all this fucking chaos going on in his life.
Mm.
You know?
Hmm.
Yeah, honestly, that's one of the reasons why I love this movie, is because I feel like, especially in my life, like there's so much chaos and so much, fucking random shit going on and all this stuff. Like, but at the end of the day, I always try to keep a positive mindset. But
Yeah.
chances are, when you see someone who's always trying to keep a positive mindset, it's because they're trying to push down how they truly feel.
All the hurt and the pain and the anger and whatever else they're going through.
Exactly.
All the negatives, so to speak.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
So that's why, like, yeah, that's why, yeah, this movie really hit home, right? Hit in the Patriot end right here.
That's actually interesting. I mean, well, I know you, and we talk off screen all the time, so
Yep.
it is what it is. But it's interesting to hear you actually say it.
What, that I'm dealing with like a lot of like negative
Yeah,
chaos jumping in
yeah,
my head.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because
I
I
mean,
mean,
if you know me, I'm like the one of the most positive people you can.
yeah, like somebody could piss on you, and you're still gonna make sure they live.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's why I said it's interesting to hear you say it. You know,
I honestly believe that it's one of those instances where I feel like if I can keep positive, then
hmm
I don't have time to deal with the negative. And I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. But if I feel like if I'm always focused on making sure something positive comes out of a situation, I don't have the time to deal with the negative aspect of the negative shit is going to happen regardless. So maybe let's put my focus on the positive shit.
Well, when you put it like that, let's think about what we start off the podcast with, me, myself, and Irene. You know what I'm saying?
Are you saying I'm going to have a second personality that's going to protect?
I'm not going to say that, but what I'm saying is there's always another side to a person.
Yeah.
And the longer you bury it, the bigger it gets. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to use myself as an example, I always believe that I have a good heart. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna always do what I think is right. However, throughout my life, I've realized what I think is right sometimes it's hurting somebody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. I mean, me and you have this phrase where you know, I'm not the Chris Brown this.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what I'm saying for you is, I mean, honestly, I hope you never ever get to that point because it's gonna be a bad day. You know what I'm saying? For me, I learned to accept that it's a part of me. So because I accepted it, I have an easier time controlling it. You know what I'm saying? Versus trying to hide it. Not saying you're hiding it, but it's like, let me just focus on the rainbows and butterflies. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's what I mean. So for me, I feel like when it comes to me, I feel like I know it's there. I know this aspect of my life that's dealing with all the bullshit is there, but I choose to put my energy into the positive part of my life, the things that, you know, make me happy, the things that are going to bring some sort of, you know, silver lining to my life. But I do know that the negative shit is there. So when the negative shit comes out or that explosion comes, and I hate to be a victim blamer, but it's one of those situations where I feel like, well, y'all should have saw this coming because y'all the ones that were fucking doing the negative shit. Y'all the ones who were being fucking assholes. So when I react in an asshole-ish way, why are you surprised? I get it. I'm the guy who's never an asshole. I'm the guy who's always positive, and no matter what you can do, I always look at the bright side. But if the negative side comes out, why are you surprised? You've been doing this negative shit this entire time.
Because they've been doing negative shit. They never expected you to do negative shit. That's why I said, let's go back to me, myself, and Irene. He was always like so positive until one day he snapped. And everybody was just like, yo, something's wrong with him. Nothing's wrong with him. He just had his breaking point.
Yeah,
because got to the point. Y'all kept taking advantage of him.
We're tired of your shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I get that. And I sincerely hope I don't get to that point, but
I hope you don't either. You ever see me fuck everybody?
If you ever see me putting slugs into a cow's head on the side of the road because I'm trying to save it.
Oh man.
All right. So the first time Ingmar gets sent out, he goes to live with his uncle and his aunt, and like they're actually happy to have him there. Yeah. I think the uncle was happy because he was dealing with his wife. It's just him at home and whoever's renting out the apartment below, whatever, all that shit. And he finally had someone that he could like talk to.
They play soccer together. You know,
he joined the soccer team.
Yeah,
all this shit. So like he finally felt like, I don't know if it's necessarily I finally have a son that I can hang out with, but I think it was more of
another male companion.
Yeah. Because again, all he had was coworkers and you know, his horny tendencies.
Yeah, and so because even there's a part in the movie where he says, like, you want to go back for coffee or something like that. And at the time, I was like, yo, they're gonna give the kid coffee. But then I realized he was drinking water while the uncle was drinking coffee. Yeah. But they were sitting there talking. Excuse me. You know, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, so what you're saying is, he had another companion, another male companion.
Yeah.
That I guess he could kind of be free with, so to speak.
Yeah, I think he could finally like unload his true thoughts onto Ingmar, knowing that Ingmar ain't gonna judge him for it.
Yeah. Even with the old dude downstairs, someone read to me.
Well, that's the thing. Like the old dude would be like, read me. He would give him all these sexual things, and then when his wife would come, he'd be like, oh, let me hide this.
Yeah.
Like I felt like. So you ever heard the term like if these walls could talk?
Hell yeah.
I felt like Ingmar was a wall, and all his role in this entire movie was to be the voyeur. Like everyone else is downloading all their problems, all their issues into him. And they're like, hey, can you keep this a secret? Like the girl who was the boy.
Yeah.
And she was on the soccer team and she's trying to hide from everyone that she's a girl.
Yeah.
But she was also falling in love with Ingmar because that's the only person who really knew her.
Yeah.
So like it's just this instance of like, Ingmar was just this innocent kid who literally everyone trusted.
Yes.
Like to hold their secrets.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, all he's trying to do is just, deal with the fact that he's losing his mom.
Yeah. His dog.
Dude. Again, I'm a dog lover. You're a dog owner. So I understand. But like the part in the movie where they finally tell him like, hey, your dog's dead. Like
they ain't even tell, like they just burned it out. She's like, your dog's dead.
Yeah, your dog's dead. Don't you know that? And then like it's one of those things where it was like the dog was his last bit of hope. It was like all this shit's going on also, but like, yeah, if I can get my dog here, then I still have a part of that life I had, that happiness that I had. And so when that happened, I kid you not, because I know who I am. I was like, God damn, like, man, like he literally got to the point where everything that ever brought him happiness has been taken from him. And what's he gonna do?
What can he do but go in the corner and cry? Well, he fought back in the ring, but even I found that kind of cool because, of course, if you backtrack to the movie where he the guy on a tightrope or whatever, and he falls and they think he's like dead or whatever, and he wakes up. What he said, you got to keep the element of surprise, something like that.
Yeah, it's something that you got to keep the tension or something like that.
Yeah. So when he got punched off the ring, hit the floor, and it was calling him, he was like, "You got to keep the tension, bastards!" and took off running. I actually was laughing like for real at that. I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I don't know. I felt bad for him because like he was that kid who had that such a trustworthy personality that literally. Okay, so the blonde lady at the factory.
Yeah.
Her secrets, the uncle, his secrets, the girl who was pretending to be a kid or guy, her secrets, like everybody.
The old lady.
When he
went and stayed with her.
Yep, and then she's trying to cope with losing her husband. Her husband trying to like hide all this. Oh, I'm still into the sexual shit, even though my wife isn't. Like everybody downloaded their problems and their personal shit into him and trusted him to hold on to it. Meanwhile, no one asked him, hey, how's your life going? That's the one thing I took. Like no one in the movie really like took the time to ask him like, hey, like, how are you?
This is so interesting because normally I'm the one that can think like see this shit. And honestly, I was like, I picked the most shittiest movie. You know what I'm saying?
I maybe because I saw a lot of myself in Ingmar. I honestly feel like, and this ain't fucking tooting my own horn or whatever, but I honestly feel like I'm okay with just listening to people, just letting people get their shit out. You ain't got to worry about whether it's gonna get out with me. Like I'm cool. I'll listen to it all, but like I'll be honest. There's times where I'm like, God damn, isn't anyone gonna ask how I'm doing? So like I really connected with the kid because like at some point you kind of want your friends and all these people in your life to be like, hey, how are you doing? You okay? Everything going good? And like I felt like that he was doing his best to try to help everyone else out, and no one was taking him into consideration. And so that's why when they told him, hey, your dog is dead, and he's like, what the fuck? Like the last thing I had The last bit of happiness that I had, and everyone, no, he's not here anymore. Yeah, because all he wanted.
It's almost like they took advantage of him because he didn't ask to be everybody's
therapist.
Pretty much, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He was just a kid, and he was so innocent about it. Like even like with the girl, like, you know, I'm showing. He was like, well, just, you know, if you get an elastic band, they won't show that much. Yeah. Innocent answer, you know, helped her out innocently. With the uncle, you know what I'm saying? Dealing with whatever he's dealing with. He just sat there drinking water with him, like, yeah, whatever. You know, the old dude reading, like everything was so, like he didn't ask to be anybody's therapist. Everybody just saw him as opportunity.
Yeah, everybody saw that his personality was like, they felt safe around him.
Yeah,
which was dope. Like, I think that's actually a really cool idea that like someone can have that personality where everyone feels like, yeah, I'm safe letting talking to you. But at some point, you got to be like, you know, like, what about me? Like,
yeah,
I know you're safe talking to me, but am I safe talking to you? Like, for instance, when the girl again. When she wanted to, you know, get a little frisky with him.
Oh yeah.
And he was like, let me just get away from here. And she, next, you know, she's like, she's trying to hide that she's a girl. And the only one that she could really tell that, hey, like, this is who I am. And now he's pushing away from it. So that she just acts negatively and starts talking shit about him, talks about his dog and all this shit. And it's like, it's kind of one of those things where he's like, God damn it, like, just because I'm uncomfortable right now, and now you're going to be mean to me after I've been this person here for you.
You know how much that sucks as a dude, and I'm sure you've been through it. And I know it's probably gonna sound crazy coming from me, but every chick I meet, I ain't trying to fuck. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that's why I said. That's why I said.
Brown is lying to.
That's why I said. I know it's gonna sound crazy coming from me, but it's like, yo, can we just?
All chill? All I gotta say is a fucking Honda Civic at 3 a.m. at your house. That's all I gotta say.
We were praying, okay?
What?
Yes, there's always time for Jesus. There's always time to do the Lord's work.
Hold on. I gotta fix this can. Hold on, give me a sec.
Oh God. Oh, you're an asshole for that one.
Listen.
You wasn't even there.
Listen, you have incredible recall. Like, I will tell you this right now. For someone who drinks as much as you do and all shit, like when you want to remember shit and recall it back, you're amazing at it. I'm not that good at that kind of shit. But brother, I don't forget. No, and I'm gonna let you remember.
Look. But okay, look. But with that being said, back to my main point.
Okay, go ahead.
I ain't really trying to. I mean, okay. Now you got me rethinking my words. You know what I'm saying?
Listen. All right. We again, like I said. Okay, so there was one time when we were in Asheville, North Carolina, and we went to go get lunch before we drove home, and we was at this restaurant. Mind you, it was like noon. Chris is already drunk. So as we're leaving the restaurant.
Oh God. Okay.
Chris walks out. He looks at the hostess and goes, "Hey, you want to be my girlfriend?" And she just goes, "I have a boyfriend." He goes, "All right, cool," and just walks out. And he tells me all the time that he was doing that because he wanted to see my reaction. But just know that when I saw that moment, I was like, "Yeah, that's Chris. He's gonna hit on every girl he sees."
But I mean, okay, I am gonna do that, and part of it is fun. It's really just fun, just because I do want to see the reaction. And I don't know if you ever paid attention. Whenever the girls are interested, I'm like, oh fuck, what did I do? No, hey, Sarath, help me. You know what I'm saying?
No, trust me, I understand. MILF over at in Connecticut.
Yeah.
It was one of those shit. I just dug myself into a hole that I can't. I get it, but
But back to what I was saying. It's really, really hard to be a guy when you really just have a genuine heart and say, nah, I mean, I like chilling with you.
Why is that? Why is it really hard to be a guy with a genuine heart? Because that's a dope ass fucking statement. And I hope more people hear it. Explain.
No, I think because, especially in this day and age, a lot of women, at least 98% of them, feel like the strongest power they got is between their legs. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna try to give it to you. And I'm a guy that feels like, nah, your strongest power is in your mind. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I need to know I can talk to you. I can
Yeah.
vent to you. You can talk to me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If all we do is fucking this shit, you're a prostitute. On the real, you know what I'm saying? Just like in so many words.
Yeah.
So it's like for me, I've met many women that be like, yo, let's do this. And I'm just like, I kind of really don't want to. Like, are
Yeah.
you gay? And it's like, no, I kind of really want to know you. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Exactly. Like, to me, the most important thing is like the heart. Like when I talk to, like, and I'm gonna sound real prude in this instance, but like I don't care about the sex part. I honestly don't. Because like, again, when I'm talking to a girl, when I'm, engaging and possibly like getting involved with someone, it's for the long run. I don't care about a one night stand. One night stand's cool. I've done it before, but like, it's not one of those. I'm not going to talk to a girl with the hope of being in a one night stand.
I agree.
If I'm talking to a girl, generally speaking, I'm hoping it could be something else. Now, if I look at him, but all right, this is only going to be a one night stand or whatever, then I'll nine times out of 10, I'm going to be like, yeah, I don't really care. I'm going to
conversation actually stops. For me, conversation stops.
Yeah. Just go off and do my own thing.
Mm-hmm.
But generally speaking, like I got to know that there's something else there. I got to know that there's, more to everything than just what's between your legs.
Yeah, I agree. You know what I'm saying? And that's always. I had a girl, and she looked at me like I was crazy because I was like, look, and I mean we chilled for like a couple of days, and then hit the bedroom, whatever, and then I kind of ghosted her for a while, and she felt that way about it, and I was like, look, I got to explain to you why I did what I did.
Yeah.
I was like, because I really like you, but when I'm with you, all I see is sex, and I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
And I was like, so I really want to talk to you and actually try this again, but can we just like not do that for a while? And she was like, something's wrong with you. And I was just like,
all right, yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Well, because maybe, and this is, I'm not talking, I'm like, sorry, ladies, if you listen to this and you think I'm talking down to you, but I'm not. Some people know that that's their
power.
Well, that's their Thanos glove. That's their Thanos glove.
Okay.
Where they can, this is where they have all control with that. And when you come up to someone who's like, yeah, I don't really give a damn about that. Like, it's cool and I love it and I'd love to do it every day, but it's got to be more than those fucking infinity stones.
Yeah.
Like, so I don't know. But yeah, like, so that's why, like, I guess again, the reason why I liked the character of Ingmar is because he was so innocent and he was so thoughtful that everyone felt like they could connect with him and download him. But I felt for him so much that like no one was asking him how he was doing. And so it almost felt like the one person who would give him love back was his dog. And all he wanted was, hey, when can we get Sika out here? When can we get him here? And no one can give him a straight answer. Yeah. Like, man, bro, I'm telling you, like, I really connected with this movie.
I see. Because like I was watching it and I was just like, I really felt like I think I'm missing something. I'm missing something. You know what I'm saying?
In your watch, like, did you catch it on the second view or did you miss it on the second view as well?
I missed it too because now I'm understanding that he was going through so much, and every time he compared himself to something, it was always something negative, but he found the positive side to it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think I was trying to figure out how the dog played into it because of the title.
Yeah.
And then I actually watched the movie for what it was, but I was like, it's like either this movie is like it was shot terrible, or I'm really, really missing the underlying message.
Yeah.
And now I understand it.
Yeah.
Where it's like people that, are so innocent, but nobody everybody views them as their filing cabinet.
Yeah.
But nobody, actually wants to know what's inside the filing cabinet.
I honestly believe, I don't know any of the backstory on this movie, but I honestly believe that the director and the writer, whoever, when they started crafting this movie, they were like, we gotta build to this scene in the summer shack where Ingmar is crying his eyes out because he's lost everything. No one wants him. The things he loves, his mom's gone.
He lost his mom.
Dog's gone. All these other people, all they want me for is just so they can tell me all their bullshit, but no one wants to check on me. And that's, as a writer, sometimes you decide, okay, I want to build to this point, and that's where you construct your story around. How do we get to this point in the story? And whoever decided, I don't know if they went in that direction, but if they did, fucking bravo, because when it came to that point in the story, I just felt for his character. I was like, God damn, he's lost everything. He's lost everything. He's still trying to be positive for everyone. He's still trying to be everyone's silver lining. One of my favorite parts in the movie is where he's trying to be the blonde lady's silver lining, but at the same time he's like, yo, I want to see what these titties look like.
Yeah, fell through the damn ceiling.
And she was like, I didn't know you were so curious.
Yeah.
Like what you see? And he was like, yeah.
Did you find it funny that the sculpture came out looking fucking terrible?
It was fucking. They're we can't have that. They didn't want that.
Yeah,
that sculpture in downtown or whatever.
For real. Oh man.
Oh. Dude, what about the guys that are like, hey, we're building a spaceship and we're gonna go to space?
And they flew into the fucking cow's pen or whatever it was. But I actually thought that was cool because it's they built this spaceship, so to speak, and it was just to give the kids a ride. And when it came crashing down, they just got out in the mud yeah, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? To me, that's pure kid genuine fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Again, that scene to me is one of the dopest parts because again, you had the girl who was just trying to hide who she was.
And now she's in the dress. People.
And then all of a sudden you saw her and she's she accepted, hey, this is who I am. It's because of him that I accept who I am right now. It was kind of one of those instances where it's just, I don't know. It was fucking, this is such a fucking good movie. I didn't know it was a Criterion movie. You know what Criterion movies are?
No.
So Criterion movies are really artsy movies that, I don't know, in the span of you got movies and you got those artsy movies, but these are the ones that really make an impact. So The Last Samurai, there's this movie called Tampopo, but I didn't realize this was a Criterion movie. So that's probably why you saw so many different covers when you were looking at it.
Okay.
Because it's got reissued and shit like that. But when I heard it was a friend of mine, I was telling him about the movie. I was like, yo, you got to watch My Life as a Dog on HBO Max. He goes, oh, it's a Criterion movie. And I was like, now it fucking makes sense. That it's one of those artsy fucking or really deep movies. Yeah. Man, so here's one question I had. What happened to the brother?
I thought about that too. You know what I'm saying? But I really think that he wasn't the center of the story. He was the older brother.
Yeah.
Tried to hide the piston sheets. Made him put his brother's in a fucking beer bottle.
It's stuck.
And then the lady comes in and says, if you try for real, it can't get stuck for real. You know what I'm saying?
But instead of trying to figure out, hey, you need to relax so we can get it out, they tried to break the bottle.
Yeah. I mean, oh man.
Dude, when he when the brother took the fucking the rifle, what was it, a BB rifle?
Yeah.
He aimed it at the dog. And he was like, no, and pulled his brother away. I was like, no, he's trying to shoot the dog and shit like that. I was like, God damn, in that moment you saw the things that Ingmar held close. His relationship with his mom and his relationship with his dog. Those are the two most important things in his life. And he I don't know, he coveted them and he protected them with all he could.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was dope.
See, now that I'm seeing your point of it and piecing together, now it all makes sense. Because, like I said, I couldn't say it was a bad movie because I liked it, but
Yep.
I didn't understand the whole. Like I was watching, like I keep saying, there's something I'm missing. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Now I understand. Like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was. I remember watching it, and like the first time I watched it, it was kind of like falling asleep because it was kind of slow.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, let me watch
Most
this
foreign
again.
films are.
Yeah, but okay, so I feel like foreign films move at a pace that's not like American films are made for people with short, attention span.
Short, yeah, for real. Like you want everything right here, right now.
Yeah, so
You know
with foreign films, like they'll take their time and let the story develop.
Mm-hmm.
So like I was starting to fall asleep the first time. So the second time I watched it, I was like, okay, like this is really good. And you're watching this kid who everyone just, uses to download all their problems into, and no one really asks him how he's doing. Oh, he finally breaks. And he's like, nobody fucking cares about me. The things I care about are all gone. Like, what do I do? And then he finally decides, like, I can either be sad or I can choose to accept that these are the things in my life right now.
Yeah.
So I saw all that. And I was like, God damn, let me watch this again. Like, I genuinely was like, yo, I gotta watch this fucking thing again. And pretty much after we're done, I might go online and just buy it, just because like I'll tell people about it. It was that good to me.
Cool,
bro. Like, man, you picked a fucking good movie this time.
Hey, I picked a couple good ones.
Yeah, bro. Did you see when his mother was getting loaded into the back of the ambulance,
and he went the guy gun and started shooting the window.
Get out of here! So shooting everyone.
Oh man, but now that shit is real. Like like my life isn't a fucking movie for you to enjoy. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, if you think about
that's a good ass fucking quote. Holy shit! That's
a
fucking good ass quote.
I mean, because we're all humans. We all go through our joys and our pains and our ups and downs, whatever. And that's his mother. And if you think about that in today's society, when people see a fight or something crazy going on, first thing they do is
pull the camera out.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. This isn't a fucking movie for you to enjoy. This is my daughter just got hit by a car. This is my mom going to the hospital. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit. Have some fucking respect, goddammit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He ain't got a BB gun. Like, fuck all you bitches.
And so, like, what's your take on the older brother? Like, because you remember, like, at one point, he's sitting there, because you could tell the older brother understood what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if Ingmar was just naive to it, or he was trying to tell himself, like, hey, this isn't what's going on right now. But like, when Ingmar's trying to tell him, like, hey, we can buy mom a new toaster, one that has the bread pops out on its own, she's gonna love it, right? And he's just sitting there, like, just doing that. And then he looks at me and goes, yo, mom's fucking dying. And that's what's happening right now. Like, do you think do you feel like his character is like more of a realist, or is he that character that, like, it has to pull Ingmar back to reality?
I think him being an older brother, it was understanding what's going on and trying to be strong for his brother and also be strong for himself, because there was no father. The person they had to lean on was distant relatives, and what was it, the doctor or whatever that came and got him?
Yeah, I was trying to. I literally looked it up. I was trying to figure out, like, what was his connection to them.
Mm-hmm. So it's like, mom's dying, and you think this is a joke.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you're this age, I'm this age. So I got to soften the blow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, I felt for the brother, because he was almost like it was almost that instance where Ingmar could hide in his fantasy and be like, yeah, he can make everything feel like it's still sunshines and rainbows. Mm-hmm. Whereas his brother was like, he's living in this situation that he's in. He can't escape the reality of it.
Yeah.
Where did he ended up going to, like, a boys' home or like some school or some shit like that, right?
I don't. I know he went the first time to stay with his grandmother. Am I right?
I don't remember. I just remember like it just felt like wherever he was going wasn't nearly as fun as where Ingmar was going.
Yeah, because he said when they was gonna go off the first time, he said, "I won't go to that boys' school, not that again."
Yeah. Like, was that something back in the day? Like, hey, we're just gonna send you off when your parent is sick.
In another country, I don't know.
Well, I mean, you've lived in other countries.
Yeah, but not in
What's your personal
1985.
take on it?
You know what's funny about other countries?
What's that?
They look to America like the fucking older brother.
Yeah, explain, because I don't know if I really I kind of get what you're saying, but explain to the people listening.
Okay, from my own experiences,
Yep.
so I'm not 100% correct. Matter of fact, I'm not saying correct at all. Just what I think. Um, we as Americans live on other people's televisions and computers more than they do. Like they get their like. Why do you think people rock Tims overseas? Because they saw the rappers from New York rock Tims. You know what I'm saying? Tims wasn't something that was just like, oh, you're gonna wear these boots. No, they saw Method Man rocking them and moving on your left. You know what I'm saying? Shit, it's like it is what it is. Like, but no, because and then granted, do they rock it right? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying? Those some bitches are tight as fuck, but it's what they, but they saw on TV. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so I realized America is, like I said, the older brother to a lot of the from the places I've been.
Yeah.
Other places older sibling. Like
Yep.
this is what they're doing, so we got to do it. Like even everybody Instagram, whatever, all these Instagram hoes and everything else. And yes, I called you all hoes. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I want to show your asses off and got ass shots and everything. Are studying, and I'm gonna say it, fucking black and Puerto Rican American woman. You know what I'm saying? Like shit, she's got ass. I want ass too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit, what European you know got ass? Name one. That's natural. I don't give a shit. Fuck it. Look, I'm saying it, goddammit. What European, what Australian woman you know got ass? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Australian women are right. I don't know Australia because they go surfing. But no, I get what you're talking about. I get
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
God damn it. I gotta go pee now.
Oh god. But no, so I'm saying like I think like the rest of the world looks to us and shit, we ain't got all the answers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah, I get that. I get that. So like the brother, it's one of those situations where the younger brother is just hiding from the reality of life when the older brother is confronted with it. And the younger brother is looking to the older brother like, hey, are we gonna go are we gonna still keep living life? And the older brother has to be the one to be like, no, we gotta handle some shit. Like, I know you think things are still all fun, but there's some shit we gotta handle. And you're not ready for it. So I'm gonna be the one that has to do it. And I think when again in the movie when Ingmar, like when he gets to that breaking point when he realizes like his mom's gone, his dog's gone, his brother's nowhere to be found, and he finally has to face all the bullshit, you know, in infecting his life. You know, it's just all he could do was just lock himself in that summer room and just break down and cry. Like, I don't know. I that moment in the movie, I honestly felt, and then like the uncles knock on the door trying to like talk to him and see what's going on, but it's like he understood like he needs this moment. Like this is his time to cope with everything that's going on.
Yeah.
Out of all the side characters, which one did you like the best?
The side character?
Yeah, side character. All the little side characters in the movie.
The fucking woman, man. Had to get paid.
I don't mean like as in, oh, this is what I want. Like, but like the character.
No, I had to say it because you know, shit, I'm me. But
yeah, I know. You horny ass motherfucker.
Hey, nah, man, shit. If you fuckable, you fuckable. You know what I'm saying?
I like how your answer that was nah, man, shit. Like, yeah. Hold
She
on.
had
Let me take a sip and go to the bathroom real quick.
oh God, really?
But tell the audience why you connect. I'm asking, what outside character do you connect with?
Okay. I guess I'll answer that while you're gone. Uh, the outside character I connected with the most, I'd have to say, is the older brother, because I'm an older brother. You know, I'm the oldest brother. You don't have time to be innocent, so to speak. When you grow up in a single parent home and sometimes shit is fucked up, more times often, you know, shit, somebody's got to be the one to try to keep everybody else in line. Which is why I like the movie Onward by Disney, because the older brother's job is to fuck up so that everybody else under him knows what not to do. So you don't have time to get married under a bridge and, you know, set a field on fire because nobody's going to come and save you. You know what I'm saying? So as the older brother, yeah, that's the one I identify with most.
So you identified with the older brother?
Yeah. As I said, when you walked away, you don't have the time and energy to be innocent. You have to always be you have to always look out. You know what I'm saying? So when shit is getting real or hitting the fan, everybody else, it's almost like, okay, you seen 300.
Yeah.
Remember when everybody was rejoicing because they just killed like all the troops and the king was sitting there just standing?
Mm-hmm.
You don't have the time to let your guard down. You have to always watch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And as the older brother, like, he knew mom was dying. He was still trying to be an older brother to the little brother, like, hey, let's hide your sheets, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I need you to cook this food, you know what I'm saying? Like, stop being stupid right now because mom doesn't need that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, hey, I can't be stupid because I got you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
I feel that.
yeah, so yeah,
I think
that's me.
I think for me, I would love to. It would be real easy to say Ingmar because I honestly feel like I connect with him most.
I mean, if you do, you do. Don't try to make it sound special. If you connected with him, you connected with him.
No, but in terms of the outside, the other characters, the side characters besides the main, would probably be the little girl who was trying to hide who she was. Because it was one of those instances where like you're trying to, because I remember being, in ninth grade, and I distinctly remember I was in I think creative writing, and like one of the girls said something, and I started cheesing and laughing, but like overly cheesing and laughing, because it was one of those instances of, oh, let me try to fit in. Let me just try to be part of the group and fit in, and like not try to like disrupt anything. Just let me just settle and just be here. And it wasn't until like senior year or whatever where I finally realized, like, hey, I gotta be me. I can't just start doing everything everyone else is doing or everything everyone else thinks is cool to do, because I'm not being true to who I am. And I think that's what she was. She was like, obviously she was trying to just fit in with the group. One, I don't know why she felt the need to just try to be a boy. I'm guessing it's because there's no like girl activities in the area.
I thought that's what I thought, because she wanted to play soccer, but it was a boys' team. That's what I thought.
Yeah, to me, it felt like, okay, there's a lot of boys' activities going on, no girls' activities, so she's just trying to fit in. But like, yeah, at some point, she just had to be like, well, this is who I am, but I can still do the same things you guys want to do. But this is who I am. And so I really felt for her, because it was like kind of accepting, like, this is who she is as a person, instead of trying to mold herself around what she thinks everyone else wants her to be. But at the end of the day, I felt like I connected with Ingmar, just because I felt I 9 out of 10 times I feel like the guy who everyone feels safe talking to, downloading their problems to, and can trust that like my point of view is going to be steadfast. No one's reaching out to ask how Sarath's doing. No one's checking in to make sure Sarath's okay. And at almost 40 years old, I don't know if I've come to terms with the idea that no one's asking me if I'm okay, but I've come to terms with the idea that at the end of the day, you have to make those decisions for yourself. And it's, if life is a mountain, people can tell you which route to take. Mm-hmm. You're still the person that has to take those steps. So indeed. I'm okay taking those steps.
Well, yeah. I mean, like you said, it's almost at 40. Life ain't slowing down. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, not even close. Mm-mm. Speaking of, are you down to fucking not bungee jump, skydive?
Fuck yeah!
I found the skydiving place.
I did it for my 28th birthday. I'll definitely do it again.
Man, fuck! God damn it! I thought everybody was gonna do it for the first time. I know I'll be doing it for the first time.
Look, I ain't gonna take away from you, but I'm definitely down to do it again. I love dating with death.
I want to do something that black people have never done before.
Surfing.
How black people surf? Something black people have never done before. Pay bills on time. You
gonna catch the backlash for that one. Oh shit. Oh.
Motherfuckers need to relax. That should
oh man, I don't give a shit. I know it's true, but I'm just gonna laugh. Whoever watching this, that racist motherfucker. Look, man.
Do you remember when your friends on Facebook used to tell you that your best friend was racist?
Hell yeah. I'm like, no, he's not racist. He's just an asshole. There's a big difference. Trust me.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But no,
oh man.
Like, what was your takeaway from this movie? Like your personal deep takeaway from this movie? Because until this podcast, until this episode, you, like you said, you thought you were missing something from this movie.
Indeed.
Like, what was your takeaway after watching the movie?
So after watching the movie, I really my takeaway was what he kept saying. Everybody needs something to compare to. Mm-hmm. I didn't fully understand it, but that's what stuck with me. You know what I'm saying? Because
why did you think he was doing that?
Well, after you said, what you said, he compared to negative things because he always tried to be positive. You know, for me, it was like, because I'm a big stickler. I don't want to compare to nobody. I want to be my own person. You know what I'm saying? But then at the end of the day, how do you become your own person? By not comparing yourself to something you either want to be or don't want to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So before we started talking, that was my takeaway. Like, to think about comparing to something and not seeing it as a negative thing. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, like just that perspective of life, knowing that like at the end of the day, your life is going the way it is, but it could be worse, it could be better, but just having that perspective, just having that honest perspective of where you are in life. Because that's a true thing in life nowadays. Like, to everyone out there, your problems are the worst in the world. It feels like whatever you're going through is the worst shit anyone could ever go through. But just having that honest perspective and being like, yeah, it's bad and it feels terrible, but it could be worse. It really could be worse.
My mentor back in high school used to say,
a mentor?
I had a mentor in 9th grade. And anytime anybody greeted him, and it always stuck with me, and I say it now to this day. I never said it to you because I never had to. But never anybody asked, how are you doing? He always said better than worse. And now as an adult, I understand that. So when people greet me, hey Chris, how you doing? I'm better than worse. And they're like, really? Well, yeah, because it could be worse. So I'm doing better than that.
Do you like that statement? I don't know if I like that statement.
I do, because shit, it can always be worse.
Yeah, but it almost feels like someone wants people to feel like they're more intuitive than them. If that makes sense.
I don't see it like that. I see it as,
you ever heard somebody throw out facts just for the sake of throwing out facts? And it almost feels like, hey, all you're trying to do is trying to show me that you read more than me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what it feels like. It's like, if I say better than worse, it kind of feels like all you're trying to show me is that you're trying to tell me that you think you're more thoughtful than me.
See, and I don't see it that way. When I say I'm better than worse, you really don't know what's going on in my life. You know what I'm saying? Just know that I'm doing better than worse because
Okay,
it can always be worse. That's the way I look at it.
no,
You know what I'm
true,
saying?
and that's good. But why? Why do you why do you got to put your problems on? Because to me, that's putting your problems onto someone else.
Really? I,
Yeah.
I, I didn't. I don't see it like that. I see it as putting light on any situation because at the end of the day, nobody knows what's really going on. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
like I could be Bill Gates. You know what I'm saying? Have all the
Mm-hmm.
money in the world doing whatever, and I feel like I'd still say that because you might see me as like on top of the world,
Mm-hmm.
but it can still be worse. You know, or it gets to be better. It gets to be worse. You know what I'm saying? There's always a fine line,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
Yeah. No, completely
So,
true.
you know what I'm saying?
But here's the thing: if you didn't say that, I wouldn't know you're going through problems. So this is me. This is you telling me, "Hey, I got shit going on."
See,
When you don't necessarily got to tell me you got shit going on.
and in my mind, I don't got shit going on, but at the same time, I know I could have shit going on.
Yeah,
That's why I'm doing better.
but you saying it that way shows that, like, hey, like it's almost like and I don't want to say cocky, but it's almost kind of a, you know what, I'm doing good in life. Like I'm doing better than I should be doing in life. But like I don't know you're doing bad in life.
Okay, I'll put it to you like this: if I ate a can of beans for my whole meal for the day, I know I would love a steak.
Yep.
However, I also know I didn't go hungry, so I'm
Yeah.
doing better than worse.
Yeah. But if you look at someone and say, if they say, hey, how you doing today? You know what? Fucking, you know what? I'm eating better than I should be eating. In my head, I'm like, I didn't know you were eating bad. But you saying that means you want to tell me I'm not doing that great, but I'm okay with it. But where I'm like, do you need to tell me you're doing that?
Well, see, that's the way you're taking it. So
Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is.
yeah, because that's not the way I'm giving it. See what I'm saying? So if you said if you ask Chris how you doing, and I said I'm eating better than I should be, and then you say, well, what are you eating? And I say ramen noodles. You know what I'm saying? You're like, what? And then you go okay. But if you say, well, what are you eating? Man, I had me a 10 ounce ribeye today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
you know it's in my mind. At the end of the day, I still ate whether it was ramen noodles or a steak.
Yeah.
I'm not hungry.
But to me, it almost comes across as a, you know, how I don't want to say a floss, but kind of a floss. Like I'm eating better than I should be. Like, but I didn't know you were eating. I didn't know you were eating bad. So you could have said, "Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm eating good," and I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know any worse for the wear.
Okay,
But for you to put it that way means it feels like you want to tell me I'm not doing great.
Huh.
Where in my head I was like, I didn't know you weren't doing great, but why do you feel the need to tell me you're not doing great?
And see, and that's what I'm saying. That's the way you're taking it because that's not the way I'm giving it.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
understand,
saying?
but I understand. But the way you give it, okay. So once you say it, that's that you can. You're allowed to put it out however you want.
You know what?
You're not allowed to control how someone takes it.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
and that's part of why I think I like that saying because you leave the other person to imagine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like shit, because you might come up like, how you doing today? Shit, I just made $1 million deal with the sneaker shoe and did this, that, whatever. And they're like, oh well, okay. And then you could be like, shit, man, I'm walking around in flip flops today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if you say I'm doing better than worse, all they know is it could be worse, but you're doing better. Whatever that worse is, they don't know. Whatever that better is, they don't know. They just know you're doing better than worse.
Okay.
That's the way I look at it.
No, I understand that, but at the same time, I always take it as okay. He wants me to know that he's He wants me to know that he's doing better than, what the lowest is. The question is, why does he want me to know that he's doing better than the lowest is? Why isn't he okay with just knowing he's doing better than the lowest is?
See, and that's the thing. Because sometimes I don't want people to know how good I'm doing or how bad I'm doing.
But once you answer in that instance or in that way, it starts that conversation.
Well, then ask the question.
But the question is, why do you feel the need to let someone know, hey, I'm doing better than I should be? Why can't you just be like, why can't you take all that? No, why can't you take all that negativeness in your life and all that shit and be like, it's for me?
Because this is what I'm telling you. Who said it's negative? You perceived it as being negative. All I did was say I'm doing better than worse.
Yeah, but you saying it in that way tells me there's a worse that you perceive that you're comparing yourself to.
Well, I mean, yeah, because
before you say anything, just know I'm feeling this. Just understand. So for those listening right now, just understand that I've had like 6 chicken wings today, and I'm on the last bit of a 32-ounce growler, and
he weighs 112 pounds, so
No, 170. But I'm not the heaviest of drinkers.
Say you're a lightweight, but no, because I mean, like I'm gonna argue this down, because I know when I tell somebody I'm doing better than worse, like I don't, if I say what I'm really really doing, I don't want to shit on you if I'm doing that good, and I don't want to make you sympathize me if I'm doing that bad. Yep. At the end of the day, I know I could be doing a whole lot worse, and I know I could be doing a whole lot better.
Yep.
But at the same time, I'm okay.
I know, and I completely agree. My question is, why do you feel the need to tell the other person, hey, this is where I'm at. This is where I'm at compared to the lowest. Why can't you just be like, yeah, I'm doing good? Why do you got to give them the?
Because
to me that's a floss. It's like, you know what? This is the lowest. Yeah, I'm doing better than that. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm doing better than what you think the lowest is.
Okay, I put it to you like this: if I met The Rock, and he said,
well, he's gonna look at you and be like, you need to work out. I'm gonna tell him don't hate. You know what I'm saying? You black motherfucker.
They said you black too. Goddamn it. You know what I'm saying? But no. If I met him and I said, "Hey man, how you doing?" He was like, "I'm better than worse." In my mind, I'm gonna be like, "Wait a minute, you're a multi-million-dollar movie star." You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you're doing better than worse, maybe you are human. Maybe you know there's still places you haven't been, but there's still places that you could be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Okay. Honest, and I understand that. To me, I listen to that and I see that situation and I'm like, he's giving you a
he's letting your imagination run wild.
No. He's all right. If this is a closed door, he's giving you a peek into his problems.
I don't see it as problems. I see it as humble. I see it as humble.
No, because he just let you know, hey, I got some problems in my life.
And see, that's why I consider it humble, because I see him as you're doing great, and he's like, I'm still human. Hey, I still have issues.
Okay, true, completely understandable. But why do I need you to know that? You ain't knowing. You just some dude I just met. Why do I need you to know that I got problems?
But see, it's not the fact that I need you to know I got problems. I need you to know I can still get shot the same way you can. My car, even though it's a fucking Bentley, can still crash just like your Toyota can.
You ain't never driving a Bentley.
I've driven one before.
No, you driving a fucking Toyota Corolla.
Hey, red. And you know what? That some bitch will still get folded up by a fucking train if you get stuck on the tracks.
Exactly.
Either way,
True.
You know what I'm saying?
True. God damn it.
Either way, you know what I'm saying? So it's like so I feel like it's a sign of humility when it's like I'm better than worse. It's like no matter, like, you might see me as something great, but I'm still human. I still eat peanut butter and jelly, even though I can afford fucking filet mignon every night. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why I look at it, a sign of humble.
No, I understand that. For me, it's also like I see that perspective, but at the same time, I also see the perspective of I'm just letting you know that shit's always gonna be bad. There's always gonna be shit. That's all. You're telling me
that's a true statement, though.
No, it is. But like, you're not in my life. I don't need you to know that there's always shit. But for me to let you know that there's always shit means I don't know. For me, if I don't know, it just feels like I can't handle my problems, so I'm giving a little bit of it to you. That's all. That's all it feels. It feels like when I tell someone, "Yo, I'm doing good," yeah, I'm chilling, I'm good, because I know whatever problems I got in my life, I got this. I can handle it. I don't need any sympathy from you. I don't need you to take on any kind of negative from my life, because I know whatever negative I have in my life, I got it. But for me to say I'm doing better, it feels like I'm taking a little bit of my negative or a little of my problems and be like, let me give it off to this guy, because now he has to know that no matter how good life gets for him, there's still going to be shit.
That's true.
Understandably. But I don't need to give any of my I don't need to give any of mine to you. You're going to find that out yourself. I don't need to give any of mine to you.
See, and I don't feel like you're giving your problems to somebody, because you didn't say, shit, my dog died, or my mama's got cancer or whatever. You just said I'm doing better than the worst.
My mama got crabs because she didn't mess with this dude.
Oh man.
You ever had a mama that herpes?
You need some help, man. Oh shit.
No, I don't. I need food because this alcohol is hitting me.
Shit, you and me both. Shit, now I gotta pee. Goddamn it.
Go for it. No, so because my whole instance with this. Go ahead. You can go to the bathroom. Go talk to the people.
Okay, cool. Let me take my shot real quick.
All right. No, so my whole theory and thought process behind it is, if I have to let someone else know that I'm going through negative shit, one, I understand the idea that it's letting them know that no matter how good things get, there's always going to be negative shit. You're always going to have to deal with it. So just be prepared. I get that. But it also feels like, why can't I give someone else, the thought that, hey, things can be good. Things can be better. There can be a point when things are great. Like, I don't know, that beacon of hope. That's what I'm hoping to be. And like, I feel like that beacon of hope, if it's always attached to a little bit of negativity, I don't know if it's the best thing. And maybe it is. Maybe I'm just being fucking retarded or dumb about it. But I just feel like whatever is going negative in my life, whatever is hard, whatever I have to deal with, I don't want other people to know about it unless you're someone who's going through it with me. I don't know. I think that's comes from me being someone who never wanted to push my problems on someone else. I never wanted to be someone who, at the end of the day, couldn't handle my own problems. So I had to shovel some of it onto other people in order to feel like I can deal with it. And maybe that's just me talking right now, but like, yeah, the idea that I can't handle all my problems is a fucking scary one. So the idea that I gotta push some of my problems off onto other people so that they can take some of the brunt of the negativity off me is, it's just not something I ever wanted to deal with, but I can understand other people doing it. But I don't know.
If that's the case, what do you got friends for? You're supposed to let somebody else help you bear the load.
I understand that, but I don't want them to bear the load.
Of course not.
Again, my friends will always be there to help me handle the load. But I don't want to be the one to let them know, hey, I can't carry this 150 pounds. I don't know. Maybe this is selfish, but I kind of want you to look.
That's actually very selfish.
I kind of want you to see me struggling with 150 pounds. And be like, yo, let me help you. Versus me being like, yo, I can't handle this. You help me out with this.
Okay, see, that's actually I agree with that too. If you see me struggling, help me. But if you're hiding your struggle, I don't know you're struggling.
Understandable. But so here's the instance. Would you rather you tell someone, hey, I got 150 pounds worth of problems. I can't handle it. I need you to help me handle it. Or would you rather go, I got 150 pounds worth of problems. I'm going to try to handle it as best I can. And if I struggle, I hope the people that care about me can see that I'm struggling and are willing to come help me.
You know what's funny? I used to be that way. Whatever issues I had was my issues. I'm going to deal with it, whatever.
Talk to the people because I got to pee.
Oh, there we go. Okay. But see, I actually want him to hear this because it pertains to him. But I got so stuck on me. I can deal with whatever, care whatever, do whatever because I was placed in positions where I had to. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't know how to trust somebody enough to be, hey, this is heavy and I need some help. You know what I'm saying? So the old me would be, no, I don't want nobody to carry my shit because it's mine. The new me is like, no, if you got people around you that love you and care about you and truly, genuinely want the best for you, they can't help you unless you let them know. You know what I'm saying? They, like, if you go to therapy, one thing they say is, I can't help you unless you tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? So as I was telling people before you walked away, the old me was, I'm going to do this by myself because I had to always do it by myself. You know what I'm saying? But then I managed to meet a few people where it's like, yo, they trust me, I trust them. I genuinely love people, they genuinely love me. So now it's not hard for me to say, hey, this shit is heavy and I can't carry it all. You know what I'm saying? So
are you telling me like I kind of have a problem trusting people?
No. Well, okay, I don't know because you talk to me.
Yeah. I talk to you about everything.
So
I talk to you about my impotence. No, I'm not impotent, but I'm just saying I talk to you about all my problems.
and that's what I'm saying. I don't know because the things I talk to you about or we talk to each other about, everybody doesn't deserve that conversation.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I was telling the audience. It's like when you know you have help, use it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's there.
How do you discern who's worthy of that talk?
That is a very interesting question.
How do you like that's one of the questions I have is like sometimes you put your trust in people and then you come to find that those people ain't the people you should have been trusted. And then it makes you question whether your judge of character is any good. You know?
No, that's like I said, that's one question I can't answer because we're all different human beings. We all value different things.
Yep.
At the end of the day, I think we all value life.
But,
but we all value different things.
Mm-hmm.
And we told this story before, and I'll say it again. I'm not gonna say you would never be my best friend, but my eye opener was when you wasn't afraid to tell me about me.
Yeah.
And like my first reaction was, yo, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? But then
fuck you and your black ass with your straight ass hair and all
with your fucking stir-fried rice and fucking shit, you know what I'm saying? But then it hit me like, yo, what did I value? I value the truth. I value honesty. You know what I'm saying? And it was like, okay. And I value being unafraid. You know. So for you to take that step in whatever you was feeling at that moment, whatever you was thinking, whatever, you felt like, hey, I need to let this man know this shit is fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because of him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And and I had one or two options. Don't talk to me again because I'm in my feelings, or damn, thank you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, I get that.
So, I really can't say as people, if you're watching and listening, it's just finding people that value what you value. That's all I can
Yeah.
say. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not what you love, not what you care about. What do you value?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And also understanding that just because something is said that you don't like doesn't mean you didn't need to hear it. Like
Mm.
sometimes the strength it takes to say something knowing that it's going to cause some button
Yeah,
heads,
yeah,
you know, you got to ask yourself why did they feel the need to say that, knowing that it was going to be a contentious situation.
yeah. It's like almost like, you know what? I have to say this to do this, knowing I might lose a friend,
Yep.
but at least I know that I can sleep at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't even think it's about sleeping at night. It's knowing that if I say this right now and I honestly feel like my man's needs to hear it, it might ruin the friendship.
Hmm.
But I know,
But it could make it stronger.
it's in their head. I
Mm.
know now they're thinking about it and they're thinking, all right, why did this person say that? Why did they tell me this? And maybe at some point it brings the friendship back together. But at least I know for a fact that like I'm letting them know, hey, there's a line and you're crossing it.
Yeah. It's the same in relationships, you know what I'm saying? Well, in relationship, I mean, like marriages and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
think people are afraid to be real with the people they care about. You know what I'm
Why is
saying?
that? Why do you think that?
Because they're afraid of first of all, when you love and care about somebody, you want to hurt them. You know what I'm saying?
Wait. When you love and care about someone, you want to hurt them?
No, you don't want to hurt them.
Okay, I didn't hear the don't. So
Yeah.
I
No.
was like, wait, what? You some S and M shit?
That's
Motherfucker putting a mask on and just sticking stuff
shit.
on people's butts.
That's a wild form of love right there. Like, oh, I
Yeah,
love you. Let me chop your head off. Nah, you know
yeah.
what I'm
No,
saying?
no, no. Yeah, I understand that. Like the last thing you want to do is bring
It-
pain to someone you love.
but at the same time, how can you plant a fucking garden if you don't destroy the ground first and put the right fertilizer down in the seeds and make everything proper so that shit can grow right?
God damn it, Chris Brown.
Fuck it.
Fucking say that shit again. Say that shit again because that was a fucking gem.
How can you plant a garden if you don't destroy the ground
There you
first
go.
and put the right fertilizer down, the right dirt, the right seeds, the right amount of sun, the right water to get the garden you want?
Yeah,
You have to destroy it first,
yeah,
but you have to build it up. You can't destroy it and walk away.
yeah. You can't just fucking like dig up the ground, move all the fucking nutrients, and then just be like, all right, I'm leaving it the way it is. Like you gotta foster it.
Like the earth take care of it. Well, no, the earth is just gonna grow some weeds and make it do what it does.
Yeah.
But if you want those strawberries and the watermelons and that squash and whatever,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta tend to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And what do you know? You can eat for fucking ever.
All right. So how do you think this pertains to the movie? Like, do
No
you
shit.
think Ingmar was everyone's, for lack of a better term, manure? Do you think he was that element that they needed? Because it was almost like it's okay. You know the idea of talking to a wall in order to get your thoughts out.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think he was that element that they needed in order to get their thoughts out in order for them to grow? Because these are thoughts they had in their head that they weren't letting anyone know,
Mm-hmm.
and they had to get it out so that they could then grow. Because if they held it all inside, then they could just hide it away from everyone.
Okay, let's use Uncle for an example. With that being said, he couldn't tell his wife, "Hey, I think that girl got great boobs." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She probably smacked the shit out of him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. First of all, she was upset about a fucking record. Of course,
Yeah,
she's gonna be upset about, hey, she's got good ass titties.
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like he could, with him talking to Igmar, or whatever. If he would have held that in, he'd be more curious about seeing them, which would cause him to cheat, lose his marriage, lose whatever the fuck is going on,
Yep.
versus living what's the word vicariously through somebody else.
Did you say vicariously or
I did.
vicariously?
Yeah, I was confused. The V, whatever.
It's vicariously. I've heard vicariously.
Living curiously through somebody else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
let's just use the word curious. You know, and I'm not saying this is how life works or whatever, but if you have an outlet to express what you're really feeling on the inside, you're less likely to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I completely understand that. To me, it felt like Ingmar was the catalyst for growth, which is manure. He was that thing that allowed everyone else to get their negativeness, their secrets, all stuff out, so that they can then grow and become better people.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like, it was great for him, but at the same time, he was wondering, hey, who's going to do this for me?
You know what's funny? I wonder if he ever had the thought of who's going to do this for him, or if he just accepted the fact of
that's who he is.
Yeah.
No, I think he accepted the fact, because, in truth be told, that's how I felt. That's how I feel. Like, for the longest time, I always felt like I was the guy that people entrusted with information, but not necessarily the guy that people wanted to know, hey, how are you doing? And it took me a long time to realize you don't have to wait for other people to ask you how you're doing. You can go and face it head on your own, So I feel like, again, after Ingmar had that cry in the summer shack, and then he went back home, and then he came back to his uncle's house, it was kind of, he had that choice. I can live in this negativeness of how shitty my life is. My mom died, my dog died, my brother's not here, all this shit. I can live within that, or I can accept this is my life right now. Let me take it for what it is. And I feel like that's what he ultimately did, and was like, all right, yeah, I have my friends. I have all these people around me who love me. And maybe we get to a point where they can, they can open up to me. But right now, like, I'm not going to take it for what I hope that they are. I'm going to take it for what it is, and then go from there.
Yeah.
Goddamn. I told you, man, you picked the fucking good one. I was very surprised when I started watching this. I was like, goddamn, Chris ain't, first of all, Chris ain't cultural.
Oh, very cultural. Get the fuck out of here.
Hell no.
You ain't taking that from me.
Hell no.
Look,
I
eat collard greens and tofu.
No, yeah, Chris is his thoughts and his example of culturalness is, fried chicken dipped in sweet and sour sauce. Like, he ain't.
That's fucking culture. Why you think we're best friends?
But no, like, not only was I pleasantly surprised by this movie, like, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It entered my top 10 movies all time.
Wow, really?
Because it was so fucking, like, the message, the story, and it wasn't one of those beat you over the head with it. It wasn't like a woke movie, like, hey, we're trying to be like, forward thinking. It was just, hey, this is what this kid's going through, and I hope you get the message. It was so fucking good. So good. Brother, this is, and here I thought Chris is all about soul playing. No, this brother got soul.
you know me, shit. You know me better than that. Oh, man.
No, it was, yeah, I appreciate this movie a lot. Very much so.
Well, I'm happy you did. I mean, I kind of want to watch it again now, just to see on a different level.
Yeah. I hope after this conversation, you go back and watch it and be like, God damn, like, you're really appreciative of the journey that Ingmar went through. Because I know who you are as a person. I know what you value. So I know you connected with some stuff, but like just the simple fact of, hey, what about me? Like it was kind of like that, like, hey, like this kid is giving his all to everyone else in his life, and no one is even taking a second to think about him. Like I think that's the thing that will escape a lot of people about this movie. Like it isn't until you think about it after where you're like, God damn it, no one really took a second to be like, hey, how are you doing, Ingmar? Like your mom's fucking dying. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. First of all, you ain't even say shit about my shirt either.
We talked about it when you first started.
Did you? Did we?
Yeah. Well, not in depth. But
what is this? Look at this. The Celtics O.
The only one I don't know what it is the B.
Red Sox.
What's the O?
Well, the O is Red Sox, but like it's an Old English B.
Okay.
But like Old English B, the fucking.
I know it's Celtics, then the Bruins.
And that's, you know what this is? Come on.
Matter of fact, no, I don't know what the T is either. And I think about it.
God damn it! If I could put you in the pussy, I would.
Okay, Dave Chappelle.
No, this is
the TD Bank North.
No, it's the T. Like if you've ever been to Boston, you ever take the subway? That's the T.
Oh, okay. I never took the subway to Boston.
Yeah, so the subway in Boston is the T.
Okay,
this is the logo.
Oh, okay, cool. I've actually never known that, but I never took the subway through there.
See, we gotta go hang in Boston.
I drive through. Shit, in November. Hey.
All right. So final thoughts on fucking My Life as a Dog.
Final thoughts. After this conversation, watch it. And remove all expectations.
Okay.
Because it's foreign and it's slow. Okay. I don't mean it like that.
I don't know why that sounded so fucking fun.
I mean it's slow into the fact that they're building the story up versus giving it to you all at once.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So be patient.
Oh, no, I get it.
So yeah.
No, yeah. For me, it's keep perspective. Keep your perspective. Like at the end of the day, because there's going to be a lot of shit in your life that makes you either sway towards everything's going good or everything's going bad. But as long as you keep, God damn it, as long as you keep the perspective of your life and what you are and who you are and where you are in life, like you'll get pointed in the right direction. Yeah, respect.
Cool. I can dig it.
All right. Well, that's My Life as a Dog, a little Swedish movie on HBO Max. It's still on there. Fucking go watch it. It's fucking good.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. When I picked this movie and I first started watching it, I said, he's gonna kill me. This is an old, greasy fucking movie.
I didn't know it was an old movie when you said it.
Look.
I
didn't know either.
I thought you was like, oh yeah, he likes dogs. Let's watch a movie about dogs.
No, literally, juices in my way, and I was like, fucking dog, and I punched it in, and I was like, okay. Like I said, it wasn't the first movie that came up. It was like 2 or 3 rows down, but it just stood out. I was like, okay, interesting.
Bro, I am very glad you fucking pointed out this movie because, again, I probably never would have watched it if you hadn't pointed out. But like, yeah, it's so. I was telling people at work, like, as far as coming of age movies, Stand By Me, Lean on Me, My Girl,
Sandlot.
Yeah, movies like that, like this is fucking right up. It's way up there. And as long as people aren't afraid of a foreign film, like yo, watch it because it's fucking up there. Like
yeah,
dude, his facials, whenever like you could tell he was going through some shit, but then he would just turn around and smile and be like, yeah, like let me just forget about the negative shit going on in my life and let me just.
He would block it out, blah 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 blah, whatever he was doing.
And he was just saying, the lady's talking to him about, I didn't know you were so curious. Like, yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Oh yeah,
like shit like that was like, oh goddamn. Yeah, so good. All right, so My Life as a Dog on HBO Max. Let me go take a piss real quick. Hold on.
And then you got a movie?
Oh yeah, I do. But let me take a
Okay.
piss real quick.
All right,
So
cool.
talk to these people about you. Like, did you ever have an instance in your life where you made that leap from innocent? I don't want to say innocent, but from innocent to like where you made some growth. Talk to these people. I'll go over one myself too after.
Okay. A point in my life where I made a decision that made me grow. Um, Shit. I don't even know which one to point out because I feel like everything's gonna make you grow. It just depends on which direction you decide to grow in. You know what I'm saying? Um, if you decide, what's that old saying? There's two wolves that live inside you, negative one, positive. Whichever one you feed is when it's gonna grow. So yes, I don't know if I can answer that question because everything I've done in my life has made me grow. Um, and sometimes in the wrong direction, and I had to learn how to make it the right direction. So yeah,
What'd you say?
I said that when you said has any instances that has made me grow, and I said that's an interesting question for me to answer because I feel like everything in my life has made me grow. The only issue is sometimes they make you grow in the wrong direction. You know what I'm saying? But either
True,
way,
true.
either,
But like, do you have any? Do you have any instances where you're like you can? I hate to say physically or mentally, like you could see that growth. Like this is a moment where you made that leap from child to adult, kind of.
um, honestly, I'm just okay. I could say drinking.
Explain.
You know, I could kill three of these in a week.
Oh yeah, easily,
How,
easily.
however, I'm at the point now where a week and a half at the most.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? One bottle. So, and that's just for the fact of me just wanting to treat myself better. Not being one thing I've learned about alcohol is it's called wine and spirits for a reason. And I feel like this is my own interpretation of it, so take it how you will. I feel like when your spirit is broken, you don't mind other spirits taking control.
Okay.
When your spirit is fixed, then you don't want many other spirits inside you. And that's the best way I could put it.
Yeah.
And I spent a whole lot of time repairing my spirit.
All right. No, I
That's why
get
I'm
that.
drinking alcohol-free beer.
I get that. So for me, let's keep it on the same train as alcohol. Because
Okay.
obviously, I don't want to say it's an important part of this podcast, but it's an integral motherfucking part of this podcast.
It's what we do.
Yeah.
Shit.
But okay, so when it comes to alcohol, growing up, I had this thought about alcohol. And I don't know if it's because of prior, like I just associated moments in my life with alcohol, whether they were real or not, I don't know. But in my head, I always associated them with alcohol. And so
Okay.
to the point that I never wanted to taste alcohol. I saw some negative shit
Hmm.
in my life. And for some reason, I always equated it to this person was drunk, this person, whatever. So I never wanted alcohol. And it wasn't until I met you, Chris Brown, when I was at the age of 26, and I had my first sip of alcohol. And it was one of those instances where I realized I have to make my own decisions about
Mm.
alcohol. You know,
Hmm.
I can't let other people's point of views, I can't let other people's actions, whatever, dictate how I feel about a certain thing.
Hmm.
So, and I'm not saying just go out and try everything. I'm saying
Hmm.
don't let someone else dictate how you feel about something. So
Hmm.
I started drinking. I started doing all this whatever crap. But like I had to make my own decisions about how alcohol affected me versus living off of this other moment in my life that I always contributed to alcohol. Again, I don't even know if it had anything to do with alcohol. It's just
Mm.
in my head. This person was drunk when this happened. So, yeah. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's My Life as a Dog. That's this week's movie. You can catch it on Netflix. It's a Criterion movie, so it's gonna be fucking artsy.
HBO Max. HBO Max. Those are not Netflix.
Okay, bet. All right. So it's on HBO Max. It's a Criterion movie, so it's gonna be artsy as fuck. Fucking go watch it. Like, seriously, go watch it. But that's this week's movie. So on to next week. So
what do you got planned, Mr. Asian Man?
All right. So first off, I am all out of alcohol. There was 32 ounces of beer and a shot. Anyways, next week's movie, I decided I was online and on the TV and looking through stuff, and I didn't want to do Netflix.
You was online?
Yeah, online.
Okay.
Online, whatever.
That's what you just did.
I know online. I did. Yeah, I know I did. But I didn't want to do Netflix because we, like 90% of the time we do Netflix, and every so often we do something different. So this week we are hopping on Amazon Prime.
Ooh.
Yeah, because we rarely go on Amazon.
I was about to say, when did we do? When was our last Amazon Prime movie?
I don't know. I honestly can't remember. Like, we've had like a Disney Plus here or there, but 9 out of 10 times it's either HBO Max or Netflix, right? So this week I picked Amazon Prime, and I based it. I don't know what I was looking for. Maybe it's just something that caught my eye. But hold on. All right. So this week's movie is on Amazon Prime, and it's called Beautiful Boy.
Okay.
And it is starring Steve Carell. You know who Steve Carell is? And and Timothy Chalamet.
I don't know Timothy Chalamet.
You know Timothy Chalamet. You might not know who it is. You know Timothy Chalamet. He's actually the kid that was in Dune.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. But I saw that and I was just like, that just, I don't know. One, I wanted to do Amazon because we, obviously we're trying to spread the wealth. But two, like, I don't know. As much as I like Steve Carell for a comedy, sometimes I kind of like his drama stuff better.
So you think this is a serious role?
I don't know, but it's called Beautiful. It's called Beautiful Boy. You can't. I don't see comedy coming out of Beautiful Boy. Like, hey, this is a beautiful boy. I'm about to fuck this motherfucker. No.
Oh shit! Oh god, no. Okay.
I don't know what this movie, but in the cover, let me pop the cover real quick. It's Steve Carell, and he looks like he's comforting Timothy Chalamet. So in my head, I'm like, all right, what brings an older man to the point where he's comforting like a younger child or a younger kid? And it's called Beautiful Boy. So I feel like there's going to be some nuance.
This is going to be interesting.
Why is that? What, you don't like Steve Carell?
No, when you said what brings an older man to comfort a young boy, made me thinking of fucking the opening fucking scenes in Tropic Thunder.
Lay that shit down.
When fucking was it Tobey Maguire? Was it in
the Satan's Alley?
Oh god, this is terrible.
I don't know what it is. Like, I was just scanning through and I saw that and I was like, there's something. I don't know. Maybe it's because I know the type of actor that Timothy Chalamet is. Like, he's the type of actor that like will put his all into a role.
Because he was in Don't Look Up. Am I right?
Was he? Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Yeah, he
was like the hippie kid.
but like had a spiritual connection or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
But he just strikes me as the kid that like if he gets a role, he's gonna put his all into it. And then Steve Carell, he's funny, but at the same time, like he put some heart into his shit.
Yeah.
So the name of the name of the movie is called Beautiful Boy. So I can't imagine it being overtly funny. I think it's gonna be some like sentimentalness to it. I don't know. Deep thoughts. That's all I'm thinking about is deep thoughts.
Okay, let's see what happens. Because you definitely put them out of this movie. Because that's why I said I was so surprised. Because I always find a deeper meaning, and for this one, I was completely stuck. Like, yo,
Yeah.
I just can't find it. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, the minute I started watching this fucking My Life as a, because again, the title itself, My Life as a Dog. I don't know why that struck with me, but it really did. And I don't know if that's me saying anything negative about my life or like me devaluing my you know, I don't know where I am in life, but like there was something about that title that struck with me. And then watching the movie, I was like, God damn it, I don't know why I connect with this so much, but it's one. I don't know if it's one of those instances where like you could see someone and say, hey, they got a lot going on in their life. Like you should be excited for them. When in reality, they might be handling some shit that you have no idea about.
Indeed.
That's why I think it might be why I picked Beautiful Boy. Cause like, I feel like you'll connect with that. Cause you like beautiful boys. And so
get the fuck out of here. You better edit that shit out. That's just not fucking cool.
I'm just being an asshole. For those listening, I'm just being an asshole. That's all.
Oh God.
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, so Beautiful Boy on Amazon Prime, Steve Carell, Timothy Chalamet. That's our next movie.
Let's do it.
Bet. All right. So until next time, this is your boy Sarath, aka Makazi.
And your boy Chris Brown, aka Ready for Delta X all day.
And let's hope that the next time we see Chris, the angle on his camera is.
I kind of like this.
Yeah, I like that. I don't mind it at all.
I'm like extra comfortable right now.
Yeah, and like once you get the shelving set up, so you get the other Incredible Hulk thing that I got you.
Oh yeah. Because I'm actually gonna put the picture of me and my daughter up in all kind of shit.
Yeah, Chris needs some work to do. He's very
I'm very functional.
Bare bones.
I'm very functional.
It ain't functional. That's more like what's the word? Rudimentary.
Yeah, I like alcohol. I like to work out, and I like to think.
Oh.
That's me right now.
Yeah.
All I need is a picture of a naked woman. Because sex is amazing. You know what I'm saying? And that you got me in a nutshell.
It's gonna be like Shallow Hal.
But I am very arty when it comes to food. Food is extremely important. Like honestly, out of everything, food is probably my number one thing.
Bro, same with me. Like I've come to realize that like of all the art and philosophy that I like delve into, I feel like it all comes together in food. Like today I made some chicken wings. It's just chicken wings, but I put together a nice little fucking dry rub, tossed them in my air fryer, and as soon as we're done, I'm about to warm them motherfuckers up and 5-finger lick.
Yeah. Don't ever do that shit again unless you're talking to a female.
So you need to know. You need to know how serious I am about my chicken wings.
Oh man!
All right.
All right. Well, it's gonna be a black woman. You're gonna see her. just grab you some hot wings and just start going. She went, "Oh yeah."
I'm married to a black woman. Like, what are you talking about?
Okay. I'm just saying. No, I'm talking like real black.
Like fucking blood diamond black.
Shit, she gonna rock your fucking world.
I'll be honest. So there was this girl in middle school. I don't want to say her name, but she was black. Like, yeah, like after she was Jamaican, but she was black. But I swear to God, if I was more mature at the time and appreciated, women like that, bruh, lean, boobs, ass, god damn.
You be making jerk chicken right now,
bro. I would have that dark chocolate would have been goddamn chef's kiss.
Oh man!
But
you hear that, ladies? Come get
I do. I am not.
Come put some of your soy sauce on this egg roll.
Dude, I am not fucking discriminatory. Like I am open to all types of women. The caveat being, we got to just connect here. That's it.
There you go.
I can't think you a fucking asshole or an idiot. That's it.
Yeah.
So, it is.
Man.
All right. This is Sarath, aka Kid Makazi, Sarath and Chris's Movie Therapy Podcast.
Hey, y'all be cool. Holla at y'all. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Chris about to fade into black.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah. Let's try to smoke and eat, baby.
Bro, I am this 32 ounce fucking fuck me up.
Look, I actually want one. That's like the perfect amount.
So you never had a growler before? So a growler a growler is like, sometimes they have like the cans, sometimes they have like the jars, but it's essentially just an empty vessel, and you go to like some kind of a brewery, whatever, and whatever special things they have on tap, is just fill it up. It's a growler. And so I brought 2 back from Colorado Springs. But we planning a little work trip soon.
That has to happen. We got shit to do.
Yeah. It's business right now. We gotta do what we gotta do. Anyways, that's the podcast. Catch us next week when we do Beautiful Boy on Amazon Prime. Come check that out. Soon we will try to do. I want to do a fucking watch along. I want to do a watch along, and it's going to be like a taped watch along, but eventually I want to do a live watch along. So we coming for you. And go take care of your dog.
You're drunk. We're going to make that happen.
Oh, I'm very drunk. I got work to do after this. So as soon as I eat chicken wings and like get that shit.
You're going to bed. Actually, you know what? It actually might give you some energy.
No, I just need something to soak up some of the fucking alcohol.
Pretty much.
Yeah. I could walk over to the bar, but
you might get lucky.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I might get an extra drink. Anyway. All right. Be out.
All right, brother. Holla at you.